So, Paul, it's very nice to catch up with you in this virtual world we're all working in today. You're a partner with KPMG in Croatia and Bosnia. What's going on in country from your perspective today?
Thanks, Rodney. Well, as you know, Croatia is next to Italy. Doesn't border Italy except for the sea border. So we've been quite hard impacted by the coronavirus. In that we very quickly had a personal shutdown. So I and most of my colleagues are working from home, hence the very casual attire. And the government has been very quick, I suppose, to announce a number of tax and other measures that help save jobs. Croatia's economy is roughly 20% tourism. So, and tourism and travel have ground to a halt. So the government has announced a number of measures, both for small entrepreneurs, big entrepreneurs, tourism sector. The most interesting one, I think, is that for smaller entrepreneurs and other entrepreneurs, you can have a VAT deferral, and you can even pay VAT on a cash basis, which is quite amazing in Croatia that this has happened. Obviously, people are in a liquidity crisis, and so paying VAT before you're being paid was a big hassle for a lot of people. It was lobbied for, and the government announced this measure. There's also a job retention plan where the government is paying employees wages if you've had a drop in income, and if you retain your employees about €525 a month, the government is giving as a job concession. So both of these measures have been taken up. The surprising thing with the measures is that a lot of the government things have gone on online. So a lot of the application forms, where they used to be in paper and used to be signed and everything else, are now electronically submitted. So it's also seen quite an e-rush, I suppose, in the last month of the government. Also, lots of tax filing deadlines have been deferred, so helps clients to manage their resources in this time when many people are working remotely.
So interesting. So some measures around cash flow enhancement, which for many of our clients, right, is just a big priority. But also some relief on the compliance front, because a lot of people outside of tax departments forget that life goes on, and compliance is compliance, got to get it done. But a lot of relief in terms of moving things online.
Yeah, which has made things much easier. And I think people have appreciated that. For those who don't know, Zagreb had an earthquake just after we started the lockdown. So that made it a bit more difficult, certainly in Zagreb. A lot of the ministries, which were in older buildings, had significant damage. A lot of personal buildings are also very much damaged. So that also meant that a lot of the public service was working from home or remote or in very challenging situations. But to their credit, I think most of them have come through quite well, and these deferrals and the concessions for taxes are actually being implemented as we speak. So it's good that it's not just a campaign. It's real. People can get these concessions.
Well, that's really, really interesting, Paul. So it's fascinating to hear that Croatia is moving along in terms of incentives and reliefs and electronic processes to make life simpler for tax departments, which would be welcome news for many of our clients. So thank you very much for your time, Paul.
My pleasure, Rodney. Catch you around.